How do you know my brother Lou Jack?
You never knew him, did you?
How do you know this? Were you and my brother friends?
You might say that. Our paths crossed a while back.
Oh, well, when was that? I mean, what happened?
Lou Jack was very much in love at the time.
With Beth?
You don't know the story, do you?
No, not really.
Things weren't going well for them, and he was hurting badly. But your brother was a very determined person. He knew his love had to be strong, that the woman he loved would only be hurt if he didn't love her enough. You look so much like him. I hope you're as strong as he was.
I do love you. I do love you enough.
Okay, easy does it. Careful, we're
I
almost
drink
there.
so much, Lucy. Why did I drink so much? I never drink that much.
It was a party. Don't worry about it.
I feel terrible.
Okay, all right. We'll get you inside. You can sit down and you'll feel much better, all right? Easy. There we go.
I shouldn't have yelled at him, Lucy.
Who, Charlie?
You yelled at him.
Doesn't matter how much you had to drink or how much he had to drink. It's no excuse for pawing you.
No, Lucy. I'm not good with people. I told you that.
Stop. I'm not going to let you blame yourself. I won't. It was not your fault. All right? Now, here, come on. Why don't you sit over here?
Okay.
Easy. There you go. There you go. All right, and I'll go make you some tea.
Thank you. You're an angel, Lucy.
All right.
Well, nice to see you, brother dear. By the way, have you told Alan Michael the whole story behind your biblical blonde friend?
Alex, one more word and you're going to regret it.
Would you like to tell him yourself, or should I?
What's this all about?
Well, darling, you remember the frightened woman who was frightened by that rather crazed technician at Cedars?
Yeah, the woman from the religious community. My father wouldn't let me speak with her.
Alex, why do you take such delight in hurting people?
No, please, Amanda, I need to know about this woman. She may be able to help us find out who switched Lucy's test results.
Yes, well, what your father didn't tell you, of course, is that this woman is, well, this pious religious woman is none other than Reva Shane.
Reva Shane! Great, now I know you've lost your mind.
We've been through this before, son. She told me everything she knows about this man, and I passed it on to Ed Bauer.
Reva Shane's dead.
Not anymore. She's alive, and very well. Ask your father. He's known for months.
What the hell are you talking about?
Reva Shane is alive, dear.
Alex, why do you have to make a circus out of everything?
Because all life is a circus, dear. At least yours and my life is.
You're not denying this.
Gospel.
If this is true, why didn't you let me talk to her?
Good question, darling. Excellent question.
It's very complicated, son.
Yes, it's so complicated. Let me uncomplicate it for you. You see, the real reason he didn't want you to talk to Reva, of course, because he was going to whisk her out of the country before Josh Lewis found out she was alive and here. Deny that.
You've done it again. What, were you afraid that I was going to mess up your plans
No,
with
I
Reva?
didn't do that, son. I did not do that. Your aunt, as you know, is a master at taking things out of context, and that's exactly what she's done.
No, you're not going to wiggle your way out of this one again, Malin. No.
Look, there's no way in the world that I would withhold information from you. If Reva or I had any information that would help you catch this man that switched these test results on Lucy, I would have given it to you immediately. To do otherwise would be unthinkable, son.
Oh, no. You wouldn't do anything like
Whoever
that.
it is, shut the door, please.
I have to talk to you, Alan Michael.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
I know you.
Well, I'm very sorry. This is not a good time.
This is urgent. It's about Lucy.
go. Okay, drink this and you'll be feeling like your old self. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're such an angel. Thank you, Lucy.
Drink up.
There's one more favor I'd like to ask you. Put me to bed.
Are you?
Oh!
Whoa!
The room's still
Does it? Well, here, why don't you have some tea, all right? Trust me, it'll take the edge off the alcohol.
Why do I drink so much? Why did I drink so much? I'm such a fool.
Come on, having a little too much to drink in an office party hardly makes you a fool. All right? Go ahead, just drink some tea.
I can't.
Just a little?
No, take it away, please. Please.
Sure.
Lucy, I just want to get out of these clothes. And I want to climb into my bed, lie down, and go to sleep. Would you please help me get undressed? Please, I would be so grateful.
Oh, Alan, you were only thinking of yourself.
With this family.
No kidding. You would have been long gone if it hadn't
Marion
been for the
Crane
blizzard.
apparently had too much to drink, and Lucy drove her home. I thought you'd want to know.
Lucy's and Marion's?
Yeah.
No, what? No, you can't go. Not until you understand why I had to get Reva out of Springfield.
Lucy needs me.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just lucky to have you as a friend, that's all.
Yeah, maybe you ought to do this yourself, okay? Whoa, look at that. I'm so clumsy. How can I possibly help you?
It's okay, Lucy, it's okay. It's okay, Lucy, I just need some help with my clothes, please.
You know what? Why don't you just wait until you feel a little less woozy? Just close your eyes and get some rest for now. I'll get out of your way.
I'm doing it to you, too, aren't I? I'm pushing you away. Right when I need you the most. Why do I keep doing that?
No, you're talking nonsense.
No, I did it to Susan, and I'm doing it to you. I'm ruining our friendship.
Marion, please don't say that.
Same mistakes every time. It's all the same. It's all the same.
Marion, I'm your friend right now, and I'm gonna be your friend tomorrow when the alcohol wears off. All right, it'll be Christmas tomorrow. Trust me, you'll feel much better.
No, I won't, Lucy. I won't. Not if you hate me. Please. Don't hate me, Lucy. Don't hate me, okay?
Whoa, Marion. Are you all right? Are you okay? Marion, are you all right?
Yes. If you're still my friend, I'm all right, Lucy.
Yeah, of course I am.
But they don't want you to be, do they?
Here, come on. Why don't I help you up here? Lean against the wall there.
I'm so relieved I didn't run you off like I did with everyone else. I was afraid that you'd leave and you would misunderstand everything, but you didn't. You still trust me. Isn't that amazing?
It's really no big thing.
It is a big thing, more than you can imagine. I thought you'd run right out of this apartment.
Me? Nah, I wouldn't do that.
No, I saw a look in your eye, Lucy. A look in your eye like you were afraid of me. Like you didn't know who I was. Like I was someone completely different than the person you can count on.
No, you're imagining things now.
Tell me the truth, Lucy. You look very disturbed. Who did you think I was? Did I remind you of someone you once knew?
Suda's here. Yeah! I'm here. I'm right here. Hang on. It's locked.
Lucy?
Yeah, just a second.
I have such trouble with that lock. It's amazing.
Hi. Boy, am I glad to see you.
Is everything all right?
There you go. All right.
You be all right?
Yes, I'll be fine. I made a fool of myself tonight at the party, and Lucy was kind enough to bring me home.
It was no trouble.
Well, I'm afraid I've made a fool of myself in front of you now.
No, it's, she just had a little bit too much Christmas cheer, but you're feeling better now, right?
Yes. The room has stopped spinning.
All right, glad to hear it. Lucy, if you want to go see Susan...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, now's as good a time as any. Gotta stop and check some of those details for the New Year's Eve benefit dance.
Okay.
Benefit dance?
Oh, yeah, they're having a big masquerade ball. It's to benefit Cedars. You ought to come.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, it's for good cause. Just haven't figured out what I'm gonna wear yet.
Yeah, there's plenty of time for that.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Lucy, I hope you'll forgive me.
Hey, don't worry about it. Things happen.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, go ahead. Ball me out for barging in on you and Marion.
No, actually, I'm really glad that you showed up.
I'm not as sure as Nick is that Marion was responsible. What do you mean you're glad that I was... What was going on in there?
Well, nothing really, but I was just trying to make a graceful exit.
I don't want you
and
going
wasn't having
anywhere
much
near
luck.
Marion unless you tell me first, okay?
Yeah, I promise.
A few more minutes and you wouldn't be so damn merry, would you? But, Happy New Year. A masquerade ball. Yes! Be of good cheer, Marion. The New Year's gonna work out better than I thought. A masquerade ball. Everyone knows I'm a sucker for a good costume.
Hey, listen, you doing okay? You seem like a little quiet since we left Marion's.
Yeah,
You
sure.
sure you're up for this?
Fine. Come on, let's whip up a little Christmas spirit. That's what we're here for, right?
Right you are, Miss Cratchit.
Yeah.
We are the ghosts of Christmas presents.
Hey, just what this party needs. A few more spirits.
How you doing, cousin? How are you?
Oh, you know, Alan, Michael, Lucy, I haven't a chance to tell you. I'm so glad you two are all right. And I'm glad you're here. I'll give my son a little break, let him talk to someone his own age for a change.
Oh, thank you.
You can't leave now. The party's just beginning.
Yeah.
No, I really should go. Well, Susan, I'm going to leave you in charge. Now, if this rowdy crowd gets out of hand, I want you to sit right up in that bed and remind them it's a hospital. So, well, Merry Christmas, kids.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Mom.
Merry
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
And to all a good night.
You should comb your hair a little. Dress you up for the occasion, huh?
How is she?
There hasn't been any real change. She's still not responding when I talk to her.
Are you holding up? Huh?
Better. You know, I had a really nice talk with my mother and a really curious visit from a guy in a Santa suit who seemed to know an awful lot about me and my brother Lou
You
Jack.
gotta be kidding. That's very funny. I had a visit from the very same guy come to Spaulding to tell me where Lucy was.
Huh.
That is funny.
Yeah.
I mean, he said some pretty intense stuff, you know, about how a lot of love can make a real difference and how we shouldn't give up.
Sounds like good advice.
Yeah. Hey, sweetheart. Alan, Michael, and Lucy are here. She moved. She moved.
You're kidding
You
me.
sure?
Yeah, she just moved. Wait, Susan, if you can hear me, squeeze my hand. Yes, she did it.
I
saw it. Yeah, I saw it too. I saw it.
Coming out. Susan, this is wonderful. Oh, thank you.
It'd be nice, Michael, if you'd remember your cousin here.
Elaney, I don't know. Either I'm hallucinating or that smells like my mother's roast beef.
Bert Bauer must have been something. I wish I'd known her.
Well, you're going to get to know a little bit about her today.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, no. There's something going on. What
He's
you
got
got
the
up your
video
sleeve?
tape.
No, you're all going to remember how we used to do Christmas here in times gone by. It's going to be memory on top of memory. It's going to be a very, very special Christmas.
You know what, Marina? This is your Aunt Lucy's last Christmas as a single woman.
Oh, come on, Frank. You're not losing a sister. You're gaining me.
Oh, boy, who would have believed that one, right? Huh?
Yeah, well, I always knew it would happen. One thing.
Yeah, what's that?
You never asked me what my New Year's resolution is.
No, I didn't. Sorry. What was it?
I'm gonna marry you.
May you always be that forceful.
And then there's Nadine. It's Christmas Eve, 9:25. The mall is closing. She's running around the mall like a chicken with his feet cut off.
That's an image.
With his head cut off. And she has the security guards after her, and she won't leave. I won't leave till Frank has a slipper song.
Jewelry jingling all over the place.
I hope she calls tonight.
Should we tell her what you're saying about her?
I'm sure she already has. We'll get home. There'll be a nice long message from her on the answering machine. Harley called this morning, right?
Yeah, had a great talk.
Yeah, I talked to them too. They're having a good old time down there, having Christmas in sunny old Florida. It seems a little weird, though, doesn't it?
Seems weird to you, does it, Frank? You being a Cooper, it sounds weird to you? How did you find me?
Well, I took a good guess, considering no matter where we were, any town we were, we always ate Chinese food for Christmas. Actually, I kind of missed the tradition.
It wasn't a tradition. It was a necessity. Chinese restaurants are the only restaurants that are open on Christmas Day. We never had any special to go anyway.
Yeah, well, we do now.
I can't. I really can't.
And I can't let you sit here either. Not when we're having Christmas right down the street, and not when everybody wants you to be there.
Everybody?
Mm-hmm.
No, if Nadine doesn't want to see... If she does, she's out of her mind. If Frank doesn't want to see my face again, even Stavros, he probably
Yeah, well,
wants...
they all knew that I was coming here to get
Well,
you.
tell them you couldn't find me.
What do you think it's gonna say?
You know, Nadine believes in that kind of thing. I don't believe in that kind of thing. What does it say? What?
It says, a man should be with his loved one.
Oh! They probably all say that. Let's go.
Hey, you guys, our very own D.W. Griffith has the next tape ready, I think.
Yeah. Oh, no, please say it ain't so.
We'll talk later.
What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Levy, it all adds up.
It makes total sense, Detective.
To you, maybe.
Oh, thanks. It's okay, it's no problem.
Hey, come on, we're wasting time here. Let's get moving on this, okay? Dad?
So?
What? Listen, this is official police business, okay?
Yeah, right.
Well, it's not really for public consumption.
Right.
You're the public.
Oh! Oh!
So, what do you say, Detective?
What I've been saying for the past couple of hours, but you guys don't seem to hear.
Why, because we're on to something?
Look, I know you love Cutter. I know of all the time that you've been working on this investigation, but you're starting to sound like a couple of UFO spotters.
Levy, I can prove it now, okay? I can prove that Cutter was onto something that could prove that Marion Crane is a killer.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, it truly was a Christmas miracle, and probably the best present Nick ever could have asked for. But Susan squeezed his hand, and I'm sure it wasn't a reflex. It was a sign. So I'm sure it was just a matter of time until she comes out of it all.
Amazing, isn't it, Marion?
It is a miracle, yes.
When Susan does come out of the coma, she'll be able to tell us what happened with the heater and exactly how she really hit her head and was nearly killed.
Imagine so, yeah.
So whatever suspicions there are will definitely be put to rest.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for.
What suspicions are those?
I'm sure you've heard them all, Marion.
Like what?
Oh, like the one where Susan was trying to kill herself?
Nick seems to think that there was somebody else besides Susan in Lucy's room at the boarding house that night.
He does.
That whoever it was hit Susan and left her for dead and, well, tried to make it look like it was a suicide.
That is wild.
Yeah.
It's amazing what the human mind can conceive.
Yeah, well, I think it was just pretty obvious that Susan was tired. She decided to take a little cat nap, and the flame went off while she was dozing.
How did she bang her head?
She probably woke up to the gas and was in a rush to help herself and hit her head on something and just lay there until we all found her.
Makes perfect sense to me. On the other hand, Susan had many reasons to be depressed.
Well, there's no use in speculating about it now. It's every indication that Susan is going to come back to us very, very soon.
Well, thank God. I have so much work to do. If I don't get back to it, my desk will be awash in budget proposals, so excuse me.
Well?
Well? No. There's no way that you can possibly convince me that she had anything to do with Susan's accident.
Did you see her face? She couldn't look either one of us in the eye.
That's the way she is.
Lucy, she was sweating.
So what? She's a weird woman, all right? Listen, maybe, possibly you could convince me that she has a crush on me or something like that, just because she acted a little strange at the Christmas party, but she did not do anything to Susan. It's impossible.
Well, this gets worse and worse, doesn't it, Brent? You've made a complete botch of everything. They're closing in on you, Brent. They're going to get you, Brent.
Oh, no, Mother.
And it's all your fault, as usual. You always do this. You never do anything right. And I'm sick and tired of it. So I'm going to have to punish you.
Marion? Marion, are you all right?
If Marion Crane was a suspect in a homicide, I would have known about it. Cutter would have told me.
Yeah, well, maybe, maybe not.
What's this?
That's a report from one of Cutter's files. Until I saw this, I was convinced that Marcus Williams was the only possible killer. But you know what? I'm not so sure now.
Well, it says here the hair sample that Cutter provided is identical to the one found on one deceased Lucky Fowler.
What if Cutter had figured it all out
Hey, what if he dated Mary and took her dancing and lifted a hair sample?
and found it to be identical to the one found at the murder scene?
Where does it say that?
Come on, Levy, it's between the lines here.
Look, there is no notation here whatsoever that tells us where Patrick got the hair sample. And if he did get it while he was dancing with Marion, then it is illegally obtained. So if you think I'm going to take this to a DA's office, forget about it.
Oh, fine. And forget that Cutter was murdered, right,
Hey, look,
Levy?
Patrick was my best friend, okay? And I want to find the killer as bad as you do.
Levy, Cutter wrote M-A-R before he died.
Yeah, I know, M-A-R, Marcus.
Yeah, well, what if we're wrong about that? What if M-A-R was for Marion?
So you're telling me that this Marion Crane is the one that killed Patrick?
What?
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Buzz.
Let me give you a hypothetical, all right?
I hate hypotheticals, Frank.
Let's just say that Cutter went to Marion Crane and confronted her and told her that he suspected her of killing Lucky Fowler.
It makes sense, Detective.
We know that the last call that he put in was trying to obtain a search warrant, but we don't know for who.
Well, we know it wasn't for Marcus Williams because he had just searched Marcus's house. But what if it was for Marion?
Levy, one of the last things that Cutter taught us was not to assume anything. And you know what? Well, that's all we've been doing is assuming everything. Why? Because we found Marcus Williams with a knife in his hand.
Okay, if you're right, there's motive. So why don't you go down to Spaulding, pull this Marion Crane's personnel files?
Already working on it.
Good job.
Let me tell you something else that we need. We need a search warrant for Marion Crane's apartment. Let's see if she's a nice little woman that she pretends to be.
Butterfingers.
Buzz, come on.
Levy, come on. Hey, listen. You gotta give me this.
Whatever it takes, you have got to get us that warrant.
Okay, get serious, both of you, all right? If I go to a judge, I have to have probable cause. So what do I have right now? I've got nothing. I've got hunches, inklings, hypotheticals, all right? I've got initials that kind of match Marcus and Marion.
So it's circumstantial evidence. So what?
Yeah, come on, heads up. Okay, look, I'm going to tell you something that both of you just don't want to hear. You've got squat, circumstantial or otherwise.
Okay, fine, there's more. Nick McHenry came and told us that he thinks that Marion Crane slugged Susan Bates and made it look like an attempted suicide. How about that?
All right. You guys may be onto something. Maybe Marion Crane is a mass murderer. I've been around too long to throw away theories that may seem too wacky. But you got to give me something that I could take to the DA and not get laughed out of her office. And if it's proven, I will move heaven and earth to try to nail this Marion Crane, and I will apologize to Marcus personally. But at this point in time, you've got nothing. Thanks for lunch.
Yeah. So, Frank, what do you think?
You didn't say we were wrong.
Because we're right.
Yeah, we are.
What? You've got an idea?
Well, you bet I do. We're about to become Marion Crane's best friend and worst nightmare. Let's go.
Hey, Frank, you're not going yet.
Yes, you know what? We gotta get going, okay? I'm sorry.
I'm not dinner.
Well, you're just gonna have to eat without me.
I'll see you later, lady.
I'll see you later, okay?
Hey, bye. No.
You okay?
How can I be okay when my husband's a cop and there are so many crazies out there?
What is it, Marion?
Nothing, really. My time of the month, I think.
No, it's more than that.
You are getting to know me, Lucy. It is more than that.
What? Tell me, what?
Sometimes I think life's too much. You try to live your life and do the best you can to get by. You try to roll the punches, but in the end, you always end up getting hurt. At least I do. I trust the wrong people. I tell myself it'll never happen again. I believe I really know what I have to do in life to get by. And I believe that it'll be different. But it's not. It always blows up in my face.
Hey. You know what? Life always gets everybody down sometimes.
No. Some people are more resilient than others. You, for instance. You always bounce back, Lucy. Always.
I guess I just don't give in. I don't give up. Like when Brent Lawrence raped me, you know, that was when things were the absolute worst and I was sure my life was over. But I didn't give up. You know, there's that little thing inside you that says you can't quit. And maybe I'm not all the way through it, and maybe I'll never be able to forgive or forget. But I can get past it, I can move on, because I know that there are a lot of wonderful things that are gonna happen for me.
That's very brave, Lucy. You're very brave. I don't know how you lived with the memory of that atrocity. Having another human being violate you that way was horrible. It's vile.
Yeah, and it can't be undone. So you have to get on with it and live.
You're right, Lucy, you're right. You've got to have hope. When there's a will, there's a way.
Lucy, get your coat.
Where are we going?
To see Susan at the hospital.
Oh, well, I'd like to go with you.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
No?
No, Nick's gonna be there, and he really doesn't want you anywhere near Susan.
Well, all right. I guess I'd have to see Susan when Nick's not around.
He never leaves her side.
Well, that's such devotion. What a refreshing thing to see in life.
Okay, I'm ready.
By the way, Alan Michael. Your driver would like to know if you need him for tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes, the Cedars Ball.
No, I'm gonna be driving Lucy and me.
Well, I certainly would love to be a fly on the wall for that party, you know. I won't be going. Now that Patrick's gone, I don't have a date. So what are you all wearing?
Well, it's a surprise for me, but this handsome one's gonna be Zorro.
A swashbuckling hero. How appropriate.
I'll call you from the hospital.
Do that, and please tell Susan that I'm thinking of her. Bye.
Take care.
Zorro, eh? Yes, patient information, please. I'm inquiring about the condition of Ms. Susan Bates. She's still in a coma. I see. So her condition is upgraded from critical. That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much. I got no time to waste. I gotta get ready for the ball.
Ah, Marion. Glad we caught you.
Oh, well, I was just leaving, actually.
Well, we really do need to talk to you.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what about.
Well, we're taking up a collection for Patrick Cutter.
That's wonderful. It's a wonderful idea. I'd love to talk to you about it, but I'm in a little bit of a hurry, so I have to go.
Well, you know what? I understand that, but you know what? This is really important, Marion. We would love for you to be the chairperson of the memorial committee.
See, we know how much Patrick cared about you.
Yeah, we'd like to get your input about the memorial.
See what you think might be fitting, you know?
That's very sweet. I'm very honored by it, but I didn't know him that well.
Really? Well, you know what? We saw you out of towers with him, and besides, he used to talk about you all the time down at headquarters.
A nice plaque, little inscription. I think that would be perfect. All right? I really have to leave, so it was good talking.
You know, I wish you were a lot closer to him.
I beg your pardon?
The night he was killed down at Fifth Street. It may have saved him.
Well, I wasn't there.
You know, he was so close to your apartment. Maybe he was trying to get to you.
I don't know where poor Patrick was headed, all right? He didn't say anything to me when he left me, all right? That's it.
So he was with you that night.
You never mentioned that before.
Why didn't you tell us Cutter was at your apartment that night?
Patrick had come to see me, and we, shared something close and personal. I didn't think it had any bearing on the situation. And then I heard about the brutal stabbing by Marcus Williams, and I, didn't want to make a spectacle out of the last night of his life. Do you understand that? Besides, you already have your murderer.
Well, we do and we don't.
That's why we need your help, Marion.
I can't see for the life of me why you might need my help.
Well, we're very confused as to why Patrick Cutter was killed.
Yeah, you see, this guy that we're holding, Marcus Williams, he doesn't have a real motive. And then there are all these other odds and ends.
What do you mean, odds and ends? What is that?
Well, first off, Lucky Fowler.
The guy they found on the docks.
The convicted rapist.
The man that Lucy and Alan Michael found on the dock?
Cutter was investigating Fowler's murder, and he thought he was really close to busting it open.
Yeah, he said he had a lot of hot leads.
You know, I'm sure he did. He was a brilliant man. What leads did he have?
Well, you know what, Marion? Clary and I were hoping that you might be able to help us out with that.
Well, Patrick didn't confide in me.
Well, you know what? You may know something that you didn't even realize you know.
I don't follow you at all.
You were down on those docks. Maybe you saw something that could help us.
I wasn't there the night that rapist was killed.
True, but we figure somebody had to have seen the murderer and could identify her for us.
Her? So you think a woman killed that man?
Oh, yes, yes. See, we're going with the description Alan Michael and Lucy gave us.
I see.
I'm going to make a call. May I use your phone?
Please help yourself. Office is open.
Are you okay? You're looking a little pale there.
I'm absolutely fine. I think it might be my time of the month.
Oh, yeah, cramps are the worst.
Yes. I'm fine, though. Thank you.
You know, you always look so nice, Marion. You're always so perfectly dressed and made up.
Thank you.
I really do envy you. Not everybody has your sense of style.
It's very sweet of you to say. I'm in a hurry. I have to go. Thank
Your
you.
wig.
My what?
Don't worry. It looks very convincing. My mother used to have a wig.
What about my wig?
Where did you get it? What is that color? That shade?
Chicago. I got it in Chicago. It's been lovely talking to you. I'm in a hurry. I have to go.
She's gone?
Yeah, she just left, and I'll tell you something. She's definitely looking spooked.
Perfect. We're going to squeeze her until she cracks. I'm going to start off by tailing her. We're going to follow her everywhere she goes. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Plateaued?
What does that mean?
I just got the latest test results back. The bottom line is that Susan could be like this for a long time. Nobody knows for sure.
I'm sorry.
Or she could snap out of it spontaneously, or she can come out of it slowly, or she might not come out of it at all. So I guess the real bottom line is that we don't have any bottom line. We don't know anything more than we did when we first brought her in here.
Well, Nick, you know that she's getting the best possible care.
Well, at this point, Alan Michael, the best possible care really doesn't mean a whole hell of a lot.
Nick, what about you? When was the last time you got some sleep?
I feel like I'm sleeping right now, like I'm in the middle of a bad dream.
Listen, you gotta look out for yourself.
Yeah.
You can't do anybody any good if you get yourself sick.
Yeah, Lucy's right. Man, cousin, you need to have some real sleep. 12 hours of real sleep. in bed.
McHenry, you can go in now.
Yeah, thank you. No way. There's no way.
Why?
I'm not leaving Susan's side, not for a second. Not with that animal running around out there.
Come on, Nick, the best possible security is here.
Plus, Alan Michael and I can switch watching her.
I honestly believe that I would ask you to do that.
You're not asking us to do anything, okay? We're telling you, you need rest.
How many times do I have to tell you no? And you know why.
Nick, you don't still believe that Marion Crane is lurking around out there waiting to hurt Susan, do you?
Yes, I do still believe that, Lucy.
Why? Nick, why? Why would Marion possibly do that? Something as hideous as that.
All right, look, you know, maybe this isn't the best time or place to talk about this, but you've got to stop denying what is so obvious, Lucy, to everybody else. Marion Crane is a monster, and the sooner you accept this fact, the better off you'll be. You've got to listen to me, Lucy.
Marion is confused, but she isn't evil.
Okay, all right. Look, why don't we look at this one fact at a time, okay? And then see if you can tell me that.
Just hear him out, okay, sweetheart?
And Marion, didn't she try to keep you and Alan Michael apart? Wasn't she the one that said that if you did come down with this virus, that Alan Michael would grow to hate you because you had ruined his life? Now, am I missing something here, or did she actually say this?
Yeah, she said that.
Okay, then what about the way that she treated Susan? Telling her that she was going to die a miserable death, alone and scorned by everyone. Are you going to justify that kind of cruelty?
I don't think that she meant it exactly
Marion
like
had
that.
the computer skills to crack the Cedars system. And she was also one of the only people that knew that you were being tested for AIDS. One of the only people that could have had access to your personal identification number.
Then it couldn't have been her because she didn't have my number.
Could she have found your number?
No. I had it on a piece of paper which I kept in my purse, and I always lock my purse up in the drawer whenever I'm at the office.
Always.
Well, most of the time.
What about the times that you came in late, Lucy? Didn't Marion cover for you sometimes? Wouldn't she have had access to your keys?
Sweetheart, the day of the first test was the day of the board meeting. You weren't helping me. Marion was covering the phones for you. Where was your purse then?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. Excuse me if I don't remember where I put my purse every single day. But, you know, it could still have been a random hacker. That's what Wyatt said.
Wyatt said that your files were the only ones that were tampered with. Why would that have been, Lucy? Do you honestly still believe that some crazed hacker just picked your name out randomly out of all the names that were on that database? Can you look at me and tell me that you are sure in your heart that Marion did not do this?
They know, Brent. They're on to you.
No, they're not. They don't know anything. They got some stupid suspicions, and that's it.
They'll arrest you, humiliate you, humiliate all of us. You've disgraced the family again.
I'll get Lucy long before those jerks ever put two and two together. What am I saying? There's no 2 and 2. I left no clues. I left nothing to connect me to Lucky Fowler to show that I killed him. There's no way they're gonna connect me to him. There's no way they're gonna connect me to Patrick Cutter. They can't trace anything to me.
She's coming back, Brent. Yes, she'll get you. She'll get you.
No. No! It's impossible, no!
I believe that Susan told Marion that she suspected her of changing your test results.
But you think that. You don't know it.
Could have happened. And Marion wanted to keep her... No, she had to keep her quiet, so she went after Susan.
But this is all wild speculation still.
You're right. I don't have anything else. If I did, she'd be behind bars by now. But I promise you, Lucy, I will get it.
Great. When you find it, I believe it.
Oh, come on, Lucy. Look at Susan. Look at her. She is like this because of Marion Crane.
It all fits, sweetheart. It
Please,
makes sense.
Please, Al Michael. No, I don't want to hear it, okay? I just don't... I'm sorry, Susan. I can't.
Lucy, come on. Wait, Alan Michael. Alan Michael, you go after her and you stay with her because Marion's going to come after Lucy next and she's going to try to hurt her. She's never going to come and hurt you again, sweetheart. I promise you. I promise you she will never come near you again.
I can do this. I will do this. I'll show you, Mother. I'll show you all.
What do you think she was doing down here? I mean, it looked like she was talking to herself or something.
With Marion, I don't think anything except that she's bad news and we gotta stick with her.
God, I wish we could have heard what she was saying. You know, she gets scarier every time I see her. I mean, she's starting to look like a real wacko.
I got a feeling this case is gonna break soon and I want to be there when it does.
Let's go.
Hey. Marion's parking her car in the lot.
Yeah, well, where's yours?
It's around the corner. I followed her all the way from Spalding. It's pretty uneventful. She didn't take any unusual side trips in. She didn't suspect a thing.
Not down to the docks again, huh?
Yeah, really, straight as an arrow, right from work to home.
Sounds just about as fruitful as the stake out of her apartment. Nothing. Zip. Nada.
Not good, huh?
Look, even her neighbors are dull.
Hey, there she is. Tuck down.
She looked pretty calm.
Yeah, maybe for now. See, yesterday when we were talking to her about Cutter, how rattled she got?
Well, you sure switched gears on this one. You don't think Marcus Williams is our man anymore, do you?
My money's on Marion. If she killed Cutter, I'll get her.
The perfect night for the perfect ending to the perfect game. I don't know if I can handle all this perfection. Marion, you freaked out over nothing. There's no way those stupid cops will ever connect you to Patrick. And that there's nothing that will ever come out of that river to point its ugly finger at you. Least of all, that nosy, noisy Nadine. It may be a New Year's Eve party, but by the time I'm finished with them, they won't feel like celebrating at all. Especially that Zorro and his lovely senorita Lucita.
You okay?
Si, senor, I will be.
Nick upset you.
Yes.
Right now. Look, he thinks that Marion is the one who switched your test results. So did Susan.
I know. And I'm not saying that Marion is in trouble, but you guys don't have any proof, and to accuse her of such a hideous thing, it just can't be true.
You don't want it to be true.
No, but come on now, Michael, even you have to admit it doesn't make any sense. If anything, Marion's too attached to me.
Yeah, that's what I used to think, too, that maybe she had a crush on you or something, but now...
No, I know she would not hurt me.
See, if she's truly disturbed, I mean, who's to say she isn't dangerous, too?
You really believe that?
Look at her! I think Nick's right on the money.
Ah, yes. According to the guest list, every major donor to the hospital is here tonight at the ball with their hefty checkbooks.
No, my father isn't part of that list.
Of course not, darling. We never dare to bring Raven Shane to the ball. Not a chance in hell.
I'm glad you can all make it.
Yes.
Wonderful. Rudy, I'm sure we've done films together. Nice.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, senorita, you can ask me anything. No, that's Speedy Gonzalez. No, it's I am the great Zorro.
Right. But Miss Zorro. I'm serious. How can you be so sure that Marion is?
Can we talk about this later, after the ball?
No. I mean, I want to, but I can't get it out of my mind. Please just tell me one thing. I know that Marion is weird, and maybe she is too attached to me, but does that make her a psychopath?
I don't know what it makes her, Lucy, but I just know that she's not good for you. Not as a friend, as a business associate.
But you hired her.
Yes, I know that. I'm thinking of having her transferred to another state.
Oh, she freaks you out that much.
More. Lucy, if she really changed your HIV test results, what does that say about her?
What does it say about me and my judgment?
It doesn't say anything about you and your judgment. Nobody thinks of that. Nobody would think that of a friend.
Yeah, but I used to think that I had a good sense of judgment of character, and how can I possibly be so wrong about her?
There's no reason you would have known.
Yeah, and what about Brent, huh? I trusted him, too. This just makes me the total jerk.
No. Listen to me. You're not a jerk. You're a good, decent person. And the reason that you wouldn't think that anybody would hurt you is because you wouldn't hurt them.
I hope you were wrong about Marion.
But you're not so sure anymore, are you?
I don't know what to think
Well, you know
anymore.
what? Look. You know what? You don't have to think about anything. Marion is not part of this place, this night, or our lives. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, Rapid Rental. Yes, this is, Mr. Perkins. Yeah, A. Perkins, yes. I'm calling because I reserved a car earlier for tonight. I want to make double sure that it's going to be there and ready when I get there, okay? You did say I could pick it up in the lot? Yes? Good, because I might be late, and I certainly don't want to ruin your New Year's Eve. Under the mat, terrific, perfect, thank you very much. Same to you, thank you. Believe me, I'm looking forward to this New Year like more than I can tell, okay? Thanks a lot. Well, it will never do for a lady like Marion to change in front of an open window, now would it? those cops up to now?
Do you have to do that?
Do what?
That tapping thing with your fingers.
What are you talking about? Look, I'll stop if you will.
Stop what?
This thing with your foot that you do.
I don't do anything with my foot.
Yes, you do. Every time you get bored, you shake your foot back and forth.
Anything?
No, she's still home. Damn it.
What?
We should have stuck with Cutter, that's what. I mean, we knew what kind of weirdo Marion was.
He told us to butt out. He suspended us, in fact.
I know we should have ignored him. He might be still alive.
Yeah, and we'd be off the force.
You know, I wanted to sweep the streets here, and maybe we could have found that blood-stained clothes, you know? But you know what? Now they're probably buried or burned.
Will you stop kicking yourself? We thought we had Marcus William, dead to rights.
We need a warrant to get in there.
And we are going to stick with her until we get one. Don't worry, Frank. Maid Marian's not getting away from us again.
They can't do this to me. I was so close. It's not fair. It's not fair. They won't do this to me.
Did you see that?
What? What?
The curtain. It looked like it moved, like somebody was looking out.
Yeah, it looks pretty dead up there now.
What I want to know is what was Marion doing at the docks last night?
Yeah, so do I.
Did you notice when we were talking to her about Lucky Fowler and all that? What does she do? The first thing she does, she just goes down the docks where the guy was killed.
Yeah, to make sure she didn't leave anything behind.
Exactly. You know what? You stay here. You stay put. Keep an eye on the apartment. I'm going to go back down to the docks.
Frank, wait a second. What do you think you're going to find down there? We checked out that whole area last night. Not to mention when that guy was knocked off.
No, we might have missed something.
Not bloody likely.
No, well, you know what? I'm going to go back and check. You know, we'll keep in touch by cellular phone, too.
Oh, great. Happy New Year to me.
Listen, if you'd rather go home, or if you have a party or a friend to see, then you know what? I'll just call for another uniform.
Oh, yeah, and miss all the fun? I don't think so.
Why don't you just admit it, Clary? You can't take the heat.
Do not say that word. I am freezing. And don't tell me what I want to do. Of course I'll stay.
For how long?
As long as I have to. Come on, I don't want to argue with you.
Is that your New Year's resolution?
I don't make them. I only break them.
Yeah, right.
These cops think they're smart. But Marion is smarter. She knows exactly how she'll handle them with the same inimitable style that she's shown all along. Give them something to remember her by.
So many people from the office showed up.
And let's marry him, thank God.
You don't think she's gonna show, do you?
No, she said that she wouldn't without a date. I'm glad, because then I would have to say something.
Like what?
Can't believe I'm saying this, but I've decided you're right. You, Nick, and Susan, and I know that there's no proof that she changed my test results, but she's too weird for me, and maybe she is really evil. So, I promise you that I will stay as far as possible.
That's my girl.
Nicely done, Marion. And now for the final touch. You know, when I went to the extra expense of buying you this second wig, it was just with the intention of keeping you well-groomed. Little did I imagine it would come in so handy. You're so clever, it's almost scary. Too bad Susan and Nadine and Patrick couldn't respect that. But everyone else will, clearly, when they see what the new year has in store for them. And now, it's showtime.
In it. Perfect. Now it's time for my last shower without a curtain. This time, water leaks into the downstairs apartment. It ain't Marion's problem, because she's gonna be long gone out of here. Besides, it ain't as if the shower curtain wasn't put to good use.
So do you want to go mingle?
No, darling, I want to do this.
Finally, at least somebody's leaving Marion's building. Some guy on his way to the ball. Looks like old Marion's in for the night.
Clary, is that you?
No, Lady Di. Who do you think it is?
Hey, what's going on?
Not a darn thing.
Marion has moved, huh?
From where I sit, doesn't look like she's gonna make one either.
You can see her?
Through the window, looks like Marion's gonna welcome in the new year with a good book.
She's all by herself.
Unless she has an invisible lover. Wouldn't that be a kick?
Listen, you didn't let her slip by you, did you?
Frank, I am telling you, I'm looking right at her. Since you left, the only person who left the building was some guy in a costume, obviously on his way to the ball.
All right, listen, you sit tight, okay? I'll be there as soon as I can so you can get some shut-eye, all right?
Good. I can't wait to get home to that book I was reading. Did I tell you?
No, and don't.
Well, then hurry up, will ya? I'm running out of tricks to keep myself awake. So bored, I'm actually starting to make some New Year's resolutions.
Hang in there, partner, all right?
'96 is going to be our year, Luce. We're written all over it. Nothing can touch us. Not Marion, not anybody.
Detective Levy. Levy, this is Cooper. I'm down at the docks. I found a body, floating. Looks like it's been in the water for a while. I think I have an idea how it got there.
Well, that's right. You've never met her.
Father's here, but there's nothing you can do about it. Not to let it get to you, all right?
No, it's not my father this time. It's a woman who came with him. Maybe it's the one who saw the guy in the lab, you know? The one who could have been screwing around with your test results.
Wait a minute. If you said it was a man, that means that it might not be Marion, right?
Well, that's what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about it a lot. Maybe Marion had somebody helping her.
Oh, so now it's a conspiracy.
Well, I don't know what to think. But I do know one thing. I'm going to have a chat with Miss Reva Shane, and I'm going to find out exactly what she remembers. Excuse me, Reva. I need to speak with you, please. Alone.
Anything you have to say to
I wasn't speaking to you.
It's all right, Alan. It's
is. You go and mingle. I'll catch up to you. You might take it a little easier on your father.
I want to talk to you about the man that you saw at Cedars a while back, the one who scared you.
Oh, well, you can't blame Alan for that. He was trying to protect me.
Please, Reva, I don't want to talk about any of that. All I want to know about is the guy.
Well, he told you everything he knew. I mean, everything I told him. I mean, he didn't hold anything back, and if I had anything else that you could possibly go on, I would have come forward.
Maybe there's something that you don't remember from before. I mean, your description was very general.
He was a regular-looking guy.
Do you think if we put you together with a police sketch artist that you could, remember? We could maybe figure out what this guy looks like?
That's a good idea. You know, I don't know how good it would be, but I could probably sketch the creep myself.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, wait, Alan, Michael, tonight, would you let Miss Jane enjoy the
No,
party?
I don't want to wait one more minute on this.
Well, perhaps you could do it tomorrow, Miss Jane.
No, I mean, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you, are you Buzz Cooper's daughter? You're Lucy, right?
Yes, I am.
Well, you can call me Reva, and of course I can do it tomorrow.
Great. Just don't forget, please.
I won't.
I'll call you in the morning.
Okay, honey, you two have fun.
Yeah.
Good night. Come on, I notice the old fun meter's dropping over there. What's wrong?
No, not at all.
Look, I'm sorry that I had to talk to Reva about that guy in the lab, but I promise no more questions
How
about
could
it at
I
all.
be so wrong about Marion?
Sweetheart, we all were.
I know, but you guys all tried to warn me. I mean, she must really hate me. How could I trust her so much?
I don't know. Maybe she was acting like a friend?
Thanks for trying to make me feel better. I just don't, all right? It's like the entire Brent thing, and I just feel like a gullible jerk.
Oh,
because
okay.
I am a gullible
Okay, come on, gullible jerk. I got a bridge on us. Come on.